It's been days since a bounty was placed on Nicus, a LEGO and video game enthusiast who spent all his time in a basement whining about LEGO and video games. For over a year, he has somehow avoided watching the 14th season of the Ninjago TV series Seabound. This has led to a bounty being placed on his head. He must be caught and forced to watch the season with a $10 reward for whoever can do so. Do be aware, he is dangerous and armed with incredibly unpopular opinions.
Wow, $10. We could get like 5 things off the Taco Bell dollar menu with that type of money.
Good point. I could really go for a couple bean burritos right now. Let's get looking before somebody else finds them.
Hi, welcome to nature, a wonderful place to hide from responsibility. Apparently someone is mad that I still haven't seen Seabound, to which I say, cry about it. I'm never gonna watch that season. Maybe if you had the burden of having to find the point of buying minifigures early, you'd understand. Simply put, I just don't care. It's only 3 hours or so.
This is pointless. We've been searching for him forever, Richard.
Dick.
What did I do?
No, I was just correcting you. My name's Dick, not Richard.
Thankfully, I brought entertainment in the form of real sports football for the Atari 2600.
Are you kidding me, Atari? They barely look like humans!
Whoa, did you hear that?
Yeah, it sounded like somebody whining over there.
Sounds like we found him.
We found you, Nicus. It's over. It's time to watch Seabound.
What? You'll never make me watch that season.
Wakey, wakey, Mr. Why is this the second time in the last year I've woken up tied up?
Wait, that's happened before?
Yeah, don't talk shit on Activision. They're not afraid to kidnap you.
How'd you get out of that one?
Spider-Man showed up to help me.
What the hell were you on when you came up with that?
Of course you don't believe me. Anyways, who are you guys?
I'm Eric Berger, and that's... What are you doing?
Should do it.
That's my good pal.
I don't mind, letting you guys talk, but please don't put duct tape on my mouth.
Alright, as I was saying, I'm Eric, and this is my pal, Richard.
Dick. My dad was a dick too, man.
Whoa! Why say such mean things about your dad?
No, his name was Dick, and mine is too. Eric just always calls me Richard, and I don't know why.
Okay, Richard. Anyways, Nicus buddy, old pal. You know what we're here to do?
Yeah, I know, just put it on.
Wait, you won't resist?
Nah, to be honest, I've been planning on watching Seabound soon. I've wanted to do it for a while, but right when you're about to do it, okay, time to go to Mars. I'm ready now. Me watching Seabound was inevitable.
Cool. I'll get it queued up.
And while you do so, I'll recount the history of Seabound.
So Ninjago Seabound is the 14th season of Ninjago. That's a statement that's been widely debated, yet the showrunners do say that it is officially season 14, which I agree with. Some people consider the island season 14, like me. To me, the island is season 14 part 1 and Seabound is season 14 part 2. These are two very closely related seasons. The only seasons that are more in tandem with each other are Sons of Garbodon and Hunted. While Seabound doesn't pick up immediately after the island, many focal points of the island's story are really important here. Anyways, this season's main focus is Nia. She's technically been the focus before in Hands of Time, but that was a conjoined focus with Kai. Here, it's all about her. Now, a key thing to understand about this season is that it was being worked on during COVID. and considering the circumstances the season was made under, it's really damn impressive. The season aired in April of 2021 and I didn't watch it because, okay, listen, I was beyond satisfied with the island. It was exactly what I wanted from a new installment. I just didn't care about Seabound at the time, but now I do. Oh, and before we begin, just like the pilots, I'll be rating these episodes out of 4, with 1 being lame, 2 being okay, 3 being good, and 4 being great. Now, I'm ready.
Cool, we'll get us some pizza for the viewing. Richard, what type of toppings would you like?
Dick.
I don't think they have that.
No, we don't need pizza, but actually, could one of you guys go get me an Al Capone's Pepto-Bismol? Let's do this.
The season begins with an opening reminiscent of the pilots, Farmer simply working, but then, oh no, danger! And this is a group of bad guys led by Misdemeanor. God, what an awesome name. The ninjas show up, still donning their season 11 suits, which are just so good. Who knew on that fateful day over 3 years ago that those leaked suits would become the default suits for years? They're also still using the same vehicles, thank god the sets are all retired. Anyways, Nia starts to lose control of her power and the village is destroyed. In the chaos, the villains are able to escape, leaving behind Vengestone. Yep, another piece of the Vengestone pie. The ninja head back to the monastery where Wu tells the ninja the story of Ojira, who had control over water and winds. And the episode ends with Rei and Maya showing up to help Nia figure out what's up with her powers. Overall, a good episode to start with. Maya tries to help Nia with her water issues, but Nia doesn't want any of it. I will say though, I love the contrast of Kai and Rei's relationship against Maya and Nia's. Anyway, Zane and Pixel go help a ship in trouble, yet a surge causes Zane's copter to shut off. After narrowly escaping their demise, Zane and Pixel conclude that the surge is what's causing Nia's power to go haywire, to which they decide it's time to go seabound. Good episode. Pixel reveals the Hydra bounty, calling it unsinkable, which leads to a great line from Cole.
I am proud to say it is one of the most sophisticated vessels I have designed, and is practically unsinkable.
You know what happens when you call a vessel unsinkable, right?
Kai and Cole stay behind, but the other ninja go seabound. Jay reprograms Zane, turning him into Pirate Zane, which is just comedic gold. He even walks like a pirate. God, this is good. As they journey to the deepest trench, they start to realize strange things before discovering Maya stowed herself away. Of course, Nia is pissed, but there isn't enough time to be pissed because their unsinkable vessel sinks. Whoops. Great episode. Nia is still being an ass to Maya, which is pretty sad. But anyways, Nia and Maya head out to see if they can find anything. Nia and Maya find an old temple with Hydra Rippers inside, and they discover what's causing the surge. To be reawakened, Wajira needs the Storm and Water amulet. They place in the wrong amulet, which causes the surge, which makes Nia's power and water in general go haywire. Anyways, Nia and Maya are captured, with this bad guy, Prince Kalmar, happy to have Nia. Good episode. Kalmar wants to know where the Keepers are since they have the Storm Amulet. However, Kalmar is then summoned by his dad, who he hates. Also, Kalmar hates his adopted brother. While he is gone, Nia and Maya escape, and meanwhile, Jay has a great hero moment where he recharges the Hydra bounty. I don't know, man, it was just good. Nia and Maya are escaping but in trouble, but the others save them. Kalmar discovers they escaped and he is pissed! Yet the ninja are arrested by the Merlopians. They're brought in front of the king, who they try to explain things to, but then Kalmar kills the king and frames the ninja for it. The ninja try to escape and Kalmar's adopted brother Benthamar carries away the king's body in a scene very reminiscent of Return of the Jedi. They take a break and Benthamar is told the truth as the king passes. Kalmar then declares himself king. God damn, what a good episode. The ninja continue to escape and are held by Benthamar. They head to the hangar bay to get their ship and a fight ensues as they get back the bounty, followed by a chase scene. Here, Revenge of the Sith vibes as they have to escape from missiles and they use these little woo bots to distract the missiles and ultimately escape. And now, it's time to return to the islands. But before we can get there, filler episode time. Benthamar tells his story. I wish this was in the anime art style that backstories in Ninjago have recently used. I'm not an anime fan, but god, this art style is so good. So Benthamar was saved from the king, and from the beginning, Kalmar never liked him. Kalmar always seemed interested in awakening Wajira and always hated Benthamar. But when Kalmar discovers the temple where Wajira is, he tricks Benthamar into helping him get to the temple. The episode ends in the present with the ninja showing support for Benthamar. Neat. The bad guys discover that the ninja are headed towards the Keeper's Island. The ninja arrive and Doublehead is back! Nia explains the circumstances to the Keepers, and the Keepers grant Nia the storm amulet to protect. Yet they discover that it's fake and that Clutch stole the real one. They contact Cole informing him of what's going on, but then Kalmar is all of a sudden aboard the bounty. The ninja try to trick him, but he knows it's fake, so he destroys the control panels and heads off to the city. Nia is a downer, but is encouraged after a speech from Maya. Wow. At the monastery, Kai and Ray are sparring and Cole informs them of the situation. Meanwhile, at the Explorers Club, Clutch is showing off the amulet and lying about the events on the island. Meanwhile, at the island, Nia is somehow down again, then brought back up by Maya, then put back down again. Bithamar explains how the first master of water was Niad. I assumed Niad was the verb form in Nia, like if Nia tricked you, it means you were Niad. Like how if I tricked you, that would mean... Anyways, the others show up at the Explorers Club, but they can't get in because Masako's membership was revoked in the islands. They can still enter if they solve the Sphinx's riddle.
Give me food and I will live. Give me water and I will die. Who am I?
My answer was Joe Biden, the answer was fire. Kalmar shows up and the Explorers Club gentlemen kick ass with really good animation. Meanwhile, Nia learns how to control sea life because apparently that's one of her powers. Okay, Aquaman. Elsewhere in Ninjago City, Nelson and Antonia are working. Antonia tells Nelson she's gonna quit as they do their job. Also Inagami cameo. It's a funny comedic moment to show that the city is currently under attack, and I love these kind of episodes where it shows the lives of Ninjago citizens at the villain's attack. They run into the ninja and get the amulet, so Kalmar chases after them. Nelson refers to a moment from season 11, which I just love so much. Callbacks like that is what truly helps these seasons feel like one large saga. Anyways, Kalmar gets the amulet and Kai almost drowns, but Antonia saves him. The ninja continue to chase after Kalmar, and Antonia decides to stay as a paper girl. That was a fun one. Next episode begins with an interesting animation style. It isn't the anime style, but it still looks neat, like paper cutouts. Basically, Niad became one with the sea to stop Wojira. The amulets on Wojira were given to the Keepers and the Merlopians. After that bit of lore, cut back to the city docks where a battle happens with the ninja showing up in time. Kalmar starts to get away, but Nia chases after him, recovering the amulet. Now back at the monastery, Ray and Maya prepare to leave, and the amulet is sent to Shintaro for safekeeping. However, it turns out Nia got the fake amulet. That was an awesome episode. Surprise, surprise, Kalmar awoke Wojira. One of his troops washes ashore and wants to speak with the ninja. After a Jaya reference,
I call it the Electric Jaya.
The ninja speak with Kalmar's troop at the police station, and he reveals that Kalmar switched the amulet so Nia would take the fake one. With Wojira on the way, the ninja issue an evacuation, Okina cameo, it starts raining and Ninjago starts flooding. Good episode. The untamable sexy beast Dareth is aboard a tour bus as the city floods. Despite not being as well known as the other ninja, he shows his hero side and does his best to help the rest of the tour bus. Jay and Nia ultimately save them as the bounty also shows up, which means its destruction is inevitable. Besides that, the ninja fight the Merlopians and save citizens, with the episode ending with Nia starting a battle with Kalmar. Stellar episode. Nia fights Kalmar, but she retreats along with the rest of the ninja. Wojira follows the bounty, but it was abandoned in the ninja hideout. Also, Jay inhaled too much water and his lungs are full of water. To save Jay, Nia becomes one with the ocean and she goes off to stop Kalmar, and with Jay and the others determined to help. Nia kicks Kalmar's ass, but is distracted and seemingly destroyed, causing Jay to go apeshit on him. More Star Wars vibes, hero mode for Benthamar. He destroys Kalmar's staff, and Wojira eats him. Nia, now a dragon, whoops Wojira's ass, giving me Oblivion vibes. Nia destroys the amulet, causing Wojira to do this. And Nia leaves to become one with the ocean as she unfloods the city. This scene does lack emotion for me. First off, they couldn't have been bothered to record new lines for Jay's goodbye.
No, I can't do this alone. Don't leave me. No, don't leave me.
And she's not even gone. She's right there and apparently she's saved. I will say though, it is sad to see the people lined up to mourn her, but man, the loving memory of Kirby Morrow hit me so hard. Kirby Morrow passed away in November of 2020, and this was the last season he recorded lines for. I'm glad Andrew Francis will be continuing Kirby's legacy, but man, knowing that this was the last performance of the original Cole, God, that hits so hard. Good episode though. And that is Ninjago Seabound. It's a good season. The average episode score was 3.375, which I'd say is pretty accurate to my overall opinion. It isn't the best, but it's good. Not as good as everyone made it out to be, but I had pretty simple expectations. I'm not blown away, but I'm not utterly disgusted or disappointed. It's just a wonderful new installment of Ninjago. And with Crystallize being the end of this era that started with season 11, I'm excited to see how everything is wrapped up.
I finally did it! I finally watched Seabound!
And I advise watching the next season before we're called back again. I can't stand being the presence of Assassin's Creed 2.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I'll watch it soon.
Well, thanks for being an easy target, but we've got some real important business to attend to.
Well, off to Taco Bell we go.
Well, it's good to be back with Madden 64 and Lego Skywalker Saga, and I don't think I want to be here anymore. So what to talk about next? With E3 canceled, hopefully Nintendo just hosted a normal Direct. Well, you know what they say, when Nintendo doesn't host a normal June 2022 Direct, talk about Gex for Game Boy Color.